Pompeii is one of the most mystical and popular tourist destinations in the world. Yes, Nicholas Caggiano interviewed travelers to get their review of their Italian destination.
The year was 79 AD. The city, Pompeii, a thriving Mediterranean port and resort enclave for wealthy Romans. What nobody knew at the time was that Mount Vesuvius would erupt and bury the city for almost 17 centuries until it was discovered in 1748 by Spanish military engineer Roque Joaquin de Alcubierre. Pompeii is a popular tourist destination where millions of people travel each year, including students and staff at Washington Park School.
I went to Pompeii because it's a famous site of disaster, a natural disaster occurred a long time ago, and I was very curious to see it. But also because I'm very lucky. My sister is an expert on the archaeological sites of the region Campania, so she knows everything about that, and I went with her. One day there was not sunny because Pompeii is very, very dangerous when it's very, very sunny. It gets really hot. We went only in the part that is open. We visited many rooms where there were still people in there. I saw people, but I saw also animals.
I visited Pompeii because we were in Italy for 2 weeks, and we decided to go to Pompeii because it was very close to my father's hometown.
I went to Pompeii as part of my 2018 summer vacation. I went to Italy for 2.5 weeks and spent an entire day in Pompeii. I really enjoyed it, and maybe someday I'll go back there again.
Pompeii is located about 150 miles south of Rome and about 16 miles southeast of Naples. Pompeii is about 6 miles from Mount Vesuvius.
I have never been on Mount Vesuvio. I have been around there. I know that now is a park. You can go with the bike, and they also do some cultures in there. So it has flowers and it's back to life. But I have never been there.
No, I didn't, but we did see it in the distance.
I didn't go to Mount Vesuvius, but you could see it in a distance, and I took some photographs of it. So that was really wonderful. But it looked like a long hike away. You could see, still, I'm sure in the future that volcano will erupt again someday, because it's still an active volcano.
According to geology.com, there have been 8 major eruptions at Mount Vesuvius in the last 17,000 years. As you can see from the main forum where residents walked so clearly many centuries ago, the volcano is clearly visible and continues to loom over the city. The last major eruption was in 1944, reportedly killing 26 Italians and displacing 12,000. The history and the lore of the city continues to attract tourists.
I would recommend to go there because there is nothing like that in the entire world. So Pompeii is unique, and it's also, I think, a way to remind us what we are doing to our Earth. It's the explosion of a volcano is due also to what we are doing, and the warming up is not helping at all. So in the future, many other people can have the same fate.
It was really fun. It was a nice learning experience, and it was fun to see their lifestyle.
I would definitely recommend it for other people to visit because it's a good place to learn about history and the way people lived, okay? Most people were able to escape the city when the volcano erupted. They had several hours to get out, but like anything else, some people chose not to leave their homes. Maybe they didn't have the money or the means to leave. So we find evidence of people that did not leave, unfortunately. So that's a little sad and tragic part about visiting Pompeii as well.
Pompeii was an advanced city that included bakeries, elaborate baths, advanced building design, theaters, and spacious homes filled with paintings, mosaics, and furniture.
I like it is how they restore it. You can really see everything, and it's also explained in details. So when you see some people or animals that they look like all crunched, It's not because they were afraid, but it's because when they got covered by the ashes, they were very hot, and the nerves, they had a spasm, and they died like that. So I thought it was so incredible that they could fix that moment.
My favorite experience about Pompeii was that we were able to see the ruins of Pompeii and how their lifestyle was back then.
I loved seeing the ancient ruins and how people lived many, many years ago. And there's a lot of things there that show you the way people live. For example, there are homes, and there's paintings inside the homes, and there's bathhouses and paintings and sculptures inside them.
There is another city that was also buried by the eruption. It's called Herculaneum. Although not as famous as Pompeii, it is much better preserved.
Millions of tourists visit Pompeii and Herculaneum each year. There are new discoveries all the time. People can't get enough. Maybe you'll be one of them. Give it a try. Nicholas Caggiano, TBN.